Hello Nikki, hello Transport Evolved. Welcome to the last working day of the week. Unless you're a freelancer like me, in which case I've got to work Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday and forever. I do understand what you're saying with the older EVs and that they are substantially cheaper and people can't necessarily afford a first-hand Zoe or even a second-hand Zoe or Leaf or C0, and that they are then cheaper for them to have. I understand that, but I still don't think you're going to get someone to convert to a G-Wiz when there's the option of buying a £300 15-year-old Golf. That's what it comes down to for me. Why would someone choose a fiberglass plasticky G-Wiz with a 30-mile range if the batteries are still fairly well in condition, as opposed to an old petrol Golf where you could probably still make it get 35-40 miles to the gallon? That's what it comes down to, I think. Not that I'm saying I don't want people to drive electric. I just feel that electric cars need to offer something greater and better, and those old generation cars don't. The current generation that we have now have a driving experience that is fundamentally fun, the EV grin we all talk about. That older generation, they're a means of transport, and then you're down to comparing two different means of transport, and I think they lose out. An EV road trip. Where would I like to go? There are two EV road trips I would really like to do. I would love to drive through America, do a coast-to-coast drive in America, mainly because I don't think there are many other places on Earth where you can start at one side of a country and then travel 5 or 6 time zones to the other side of the country and experience a whole plethora of different climates, from cold to desert to sunshine to torrential rain to possibly storms and monsoons, and it's all kind of in America and possible, and that really, really intrigues me. So I guess I'd like to do the equivalent of the American rail journey in an electric car, and for that it would have to be the Model S, because it's been done before, it's been done in a relatively easy way before, and I think the supercharger highway would give you the freedom of a kind of 150-mile radius either side of the current infrastructure to really explore all the small towns and crannies. Whether America would want someone like me in their small towns, that's another question. The other one I'd quite like to do is something very similar in the UK. I feel that in the UK people don't really understand the beauty of the country we live in. There are some absolutely amazing spots. And I'm limited, even say with the rapid charge network we have, getting my electric car to places I want to visit. And I'd really, really like that to expand, and then to be able to take my current car, my Leaf, my Generation 1 Leaf, in and around the UK, because there are some beautiful places here. But that leads me on to what I want to talk about, because we have a long weekend in the UK, if you're not a freelancer. There's the Friday off and the Monday off because it's Easter, or any other holiday you celebrate at this time of year. For me, it's the holiday, meaning, wow, what is the weather going to be like at that time this year? Because we've had snow and we've had rain, and now we have beautiful sun this year. Easter is traditionally a time in the UK where people sometimes go and be with their families, but they also sometimes go on holidays. And I was wondering if anyone's going on an EV holiday this weekend. I thought that's why it links into what you were saying. Who's driving their EV on holiday this weekend? I'm going to visit the in-laws in Cardiff. They're a lovely Italian family. It's going to be so much food. It's going to be amazing. And I'll meet some friends there as well. And there are a few business meetings I need to go to in Wales for my other business as well. So I've kind of got a working weekend in Cardiff, which should be lovely. What about you? What about Transport Evolved people? Where are you going? I'd quite like to get collections of photos of electric cars charged in slightly unusual situations, be that on your in-laws carport, which is where my car's going to be, or in a city you've not been in before, or with an extension cable coming out of a cat flap at your brother's, sister's, daughter's house, or something like that. It'd be really interesting to get a collection of where the Transport Evolved audience went over the Easter weekend. So that's it from me today. I hope you all have a wonderful Easter weekend. Have a lovely time. Goodbye, Nikki. Goodbye, Transport Evolved.